labels in Gmail. What are they and how do they work? Take a look at my email here. You're going to see on the left taskbar I have all my emails organized in a way that I can quickly access what I need. And that's all labels do. So labels are like folders. And labels will let you have one email in multiple folders, so that's why they call them labels. So to set these labels, you want to go to Settings, go to the gear, hit Settings, and you'll see all these different tabs open up. Well, obviously we're talking about labels, so click on Labels. And right now you're going to see a connection between what's in your Gmail viewer and also what is shown on the left toolbar. So if I type in a new label, let's say RISM, I create it in this new tabs area, as you'll see here. But you're also going to see it over here in the left-hand sidebar. Now that left bar is always there. Whatever I see in my viewer, that left-hand bar is always there. So you can see that some of these show up, some of the items in the email viewer show up in your left-hand side viewer. Now you can see the ones that do and don't based on the bold you see in this second column. So here right now it's showing, actually it's hidden. You click show to show it. Now I'm going to hide these ones because I feel it's too busy. I just want the things that I will be using on an everyday basis. So sent mail, I'll hide that so it disappears in my left hand side. I'm going to hide drafts, or I could show if unread. So if I have anything that's unread, it'll show, otherwise it won't be in there. And obviously if it's unread, it'll be bold as well in that left hand bar. Now let's go ahead and create a new one, and you'll see exactly what I've been talking about as far as what appears in the left hand bar. We'll call this personal, and we can create, you'll notice that the left hand bar dropped down, added space for the personal. Okay, so you can take out the starred and important and just have personal, RISM, and inbox if you want. It's up to you how you want to organize it. Let's put one more in just for the fun of it, student communication. So anything my students send me, I can just automatically put it in there and get to it when I get to it, or put it in a list so that I have a recording of everything we've talked about. So organizing and using labels. Once we go to our viewer, as we'd see it if we just logged in, you'll notice we can start using the top bar, move to tab, and I check the email that I want to use, and then I decide where am I going to move this. Okay, for instance, I'll move this to student communication. It disappears from my inbox and it moves to the label titled student communication. Now if I want to undo something, I can just click, as you saw me do that, and it goes back to the way it was. So if I make a mistake, I don't have to go rooting around for it. I just click undo and it undoes what I didn't mean to do. Now you also see that I'm coloring, I'm making a color code here, and this is really helpful for when you have a lot of emails. You move it, you can drag and drop it, right click, drag and drop. I dropped it in my RISM, and here you can see I have a little orange button there. Now it's out of my inbox, but if it appears in any other label, I'll also have that orange label there. So I'm going to share this back into my inbox by dragging, right click, drag, and now you're going to see I go to my inbox and it still has that orange label. So I can quickly reference if that's been read or organized or not, and I can organize it there. Now, that's the Move To tab. Let's move on to the Labels tab, and this is very similar, only this is for email you might get that you want to put in 2 different or 3 different labels and quickly organize it without too much hassle. So go ahead, click on it. You can move it straight from one folder to another. So let's move it to student communication. We're familiar with that move button. All right. Click on student communication. I'm going to give this a color as well, something distinct from the other one. All right, so I have this one's red. Now again, I can move this by dragging and dropping. Right click, drag and drop into the label. And it'll show up in my inbox and also in my student communication. Now I can come up here and I will see that it's checked in student communication. I uncheck that, and now it's no longer in that label.